All right, so this is what's going on with this thing. We got the spool valve installed again for the second time, and it still had the problem with the tilt cylinder drifting down and not having any power coming up. Then we did discover a hose leaking. So I got that hose and the hose that was next to it and another hose that seemed rotted. So let me throw some new hoses at it and hopefully this thing is fixed. Alright, this hose here wasn't leaking, but it was about to. And it's the wrong hose. One of these lines may have been the culprit, and maybe. I mean, it was leaking, but I don't think enough. And check this out. This cap set I got. Look how nice that is, because then you can put caps on things, keep them from leaking and keep dirt from getting in them. I never had that before. Levi. Come here. Come here. All right, the project at hand right now is with this skid steer. So let me explain what's going on here on this. So about 8 months ago now, the last job I had this out on, the machine left the job unfinished and broken. The thing that happened to it, one of the foot pedals, which controls the tilt of the bucket, froze up on me when I was working. And first it got stiff, and then I was kind of kicking it and broke it loose and it started working again. Then all of a sudden it froze up, and no amount of kicking it or forcing it was going to get it freed up. So I had to bring, and it was, then looking at it, it was not a thing that was fixable on the job. So then I had to bring the thing home, and I brought my Yanmar there and finished the job because that doesn't break down. All right, so let me show you what's going on. So the controls in this machine, these hand levers are what makes the machine drive around, and that's working fine. And to make the bucket lift and tilt is with these foot pedals here. So rocking your foot forward and back. So the problem was with this right pedal. So what happened is the thing froze right up in the center. And then looking at it, so there's these locks that lock the thing. They're real simple in this. See, on this, all it does is when this bar lifts up, it lifts up that white thing there, and that stops the pedal from moving. Now it's unlocked again, and it works. So that wasn't the issue. It's just a straight mechanical linkage right to the spool valve. So this is how this machine works. So it's got that foot pedal there, has a mechanical linkage going straight to this thing right here. This is called the spool valve. And what that does, that takes care of the 3 hydraulic functions: the bucket tilt, the boom raise and lower, and then the third function. I pulled that thing out of there. It was a little hard to do. Brought it to a hydraulic shop, had them rebuild it, put it back in, and the one function was settling. So I'll show you what that's doing.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a guard on it this time.
I didn't bother to reseal it. I mean, all the seals and O-rings look fine.
Even though that bent cylinder got rammed?
Yeah, nah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah,
okay.
It air tested and everything.
I kept running it after.
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying not to turn all the way to get the bent section.
That's what. Yeah, as long as you don't really ram the.
But it probably happened a few times, so it's.
What if it happens too much? What'll happen is it'll oblong gland and you'll.
Yeah.
You'll know.
Yeah, I figure that's not a good thing.
No, you can't. You bend a rod like that, you know. Just.
Should have brought a skid steer there, because it's like that thing. One little thing pops up under that tractor.
Yeah.
And it catches that. So it's stupid. It's happened like 4 times. And other stuff too, and it's like the filters. There's a filter in the bottom that gets smashed off.
Compact tractor, you know, they're only meant for like.
Yeah, but it's like one little thing will pop up underneath it, and
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that get smashed. Like this thing, you could drive over anything. And
Yeah.
it won't.
There's a difference between like heavy industrial tractors and subcompacts too.
What would be a better tractor, like the Kubota or something?
I mean, Kubota makes a very good tractor.
I noticed their steering stuff is a lot better than on that thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, they make a very good tractor. I mean, John Deere, you know, it's another like
John Deere. I haven't been too impressed with them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's again the compact market is a lot of it's geared towards homeowner stuff, and you know, it's just not heavy duty. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you really want to use it commercially, you want to go with a commercial grade tractor.
Yeah.
So, and there is a difference, you know. Even
What's a
Kubota
commercial? So they make a commercial grade, huh?
Well, yeah. Well, Kubota made like the L series, but then they had the B series. If you compare them and some of the industrial ones versus just the regular like homeowner grade stuff,
Yeah.
there's a difference, you know. So that's just, you know.
I mean, it's that.
There's no reason why not to just fix it.
I like this thing.
Yeah.
It's not reliable though. I'm always fixing this machine. Like, you know, not just this. Like, I'm always putting hoses in it, drive motors. It's just.
You will get good resale value on this.
Yeah.
Bobcat, from what I know.
It's like I'm so much more impressed with the machines from Japan than this. It's like. I got that new IHI and that thing. It's just like I don't even want to touch that thing now. That track one over there. It's just, it's just so much nicer.
Yeah.
That IHI. It's just smoother, quieter,
The
faster.
Japanese
more
have it with hydraulics. They really do. The best hydraulics is the Japanese stuff.
They have it with everything.
I've seen some issues in terms of honestly like durability on some of the heavier machines. Yeah. I mean, I'll still
unbreakable that thing.
I'll take a that's a great mini. That's a great
and
mini.
Even these I've been playing with these now from Japan. It's like the ones from America are like broken. I mean these are that one's an 88, 30 years old, and it's like
it's amazing.
They're good. Yeah. They work. They stay working.
No, you know, this country, I mean, really, the 70s was the beginning of the end for like really good American manufacturing, especially with motors and stuff like that. The Japanese ate our lunch in the 80s, and you know, it's been hard to get back. I mean, manufacturing disappeared anyway. It's not like we do it here anymore. Yeah. You got guys designing stuff on a computer here as engineers, but that ain't the same as actually making it and putting it out, you know, to test.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, the stuff that we find the best, the one thing I'll say though is like, you know, Hitachi, I like the Hitachi excavators, but their computer setups become problematic after a while. You know, they're a well-built machine, but you can convert that hydraulic pump with the electronic controls into an oil control system. It's a lot simpler, and it just doesn't have problems.
Yeah.
You know, those electrical systems, they fail eventually, and then you got to replace a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
and it's a headache.
I have an Hitachi like that, and it's electronic, but I haven't had any issues with it.
Yeah.
But I see kits to get rid of all that.
Yeah, we've done them. We've installed them.
Yeah.
In fact, I just had a guy with a 100 over there not that long ago.
Yeah, that's what I have. 100.
Yeah. They're good machines.
I had it on a job last week. It's not that one cylinder. I don't think if it's leaking, it's not much.
Okay.
So
I'll just keep an eye on it.
I mean, I just pulled a bunch of stumps out with it and dragged the container around. It did what I wanted to do. So.
Yeah, no, they're a good machine. I mean, again, there's a reason why even Cat, you know, a lot of the small machines are Japanese.
Okay.
But,
I'm gonna bring this to you. Probably not today.
No.
I guess I need the address. I don't think I've never been there. Is it?
It's on the invoice. I have one for the steer cylinder,
right.
So it's there.
That's why I like.
It's gonna take you. I mean, it'd probably be 45 minutes.
Right.
Go. You don't have to go on the thruway. You can take Route 9. You can take Route 9 all the way up to the Port of Albany, if you want to go the slow way.
I'll figure it out. I'll bring it.
You know, and then all you got to do is go across the river. It's much
I'm gonna
quicker.
bring this to you. I'll do it this week.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a rainy day thing. I'll try. If it rains, that's when I'll do it.
Yeah, it looks like Thursday maybe is going to
Yeah.
be the shittier day of the week.
I'll just do it. I don't want to waste daylight, and DOT's a lot less likely to bug you when it's raining. So.
Yeah. I'm going to get right into it, man. And as soon as I can actually, you know, because that way too, I can come in first thing in the morning when my head is fresh, and I can just commit to it, you know, and just start testing it and figuring out, okay, what is exactly happening here, and then we just fix it. All right, it's the best way to do it. that I've got resources there. I've got books. I've got schematics.
Okay, so
you
there's
know.
stuff you got there that's
I
not
got all
here.
kinds of
It's
shit
not
for
here.
these
Okay.
machines, and I have a bunch of parts for them too.
Okay.
So
I mean, they said that whole assembly's not available, but individual parts are.
yeah, even if we had to get one out of a salvage or something, there's a million of these things.
Yeah.
I have this machine sitting in my yard right now from another customer.
Yeah.
His, I think, blew up one of the pump rotating groups.
Okay.
But you know, I've got something to work off even there.
Yeah.
So,
All right, I'm gonna bring it to you.
all right then.
Let me pay you for that thing, and
Okay.
I'll text you when I'm bringing it.
Okay, good.
Alright, so I'll show you what this thing's doing. So you can see the bucket. So it's settling down right now. It's slow, but it's not that slow. And then if I try to see, if I put the thing down in an idle and I put my heel back and try to curl up, see the thing's just falling right to the ground. Now if I rev up the motor, it will lift up. As soon as I put it back down, see it's falling right down. I'm still holding this thing in the up position. So if I let off, now it doesn't do so bad in the other direction. And it's worse with weight in the bucket. Now the thing is almost operable, but and it's worse with weight in the bucket and when the thing warms up and gets hot. Now the thing is almost operable, but it's not quite right. So what happened, I took that spool valve out, gave it to this hydraulic shop, they rebuilt it, they got it unstuck, but that's how it's been. And he even came back, took it out again, messed with it, and it was the same. So now the guy's saying, oh, just bring me the whole machine, I'll take care of it. So let's do that. Here's some footage of that skid steer running before it broke down. Okay, I'm editing this footage like 5 years later. So what ended up happening is I tried to fix this machine. The plan was like, okay, let me just bring this to your shop, figure it out, and fix it. On the way there, the gray Dodge broke down, and it was just kind of frustrating, especially since this skid steer had been a very unreliable machine the whole time I put up with it while it was running. So based off of that, I just sold the thing broken, and I had bought 2 of these at the same time. The other one I sold to my buddy, the propane one. That one is still running because he doesn't put that many hours on it, and that guy is a very good mechanic. So, and he did a ton of work to that thing. I think he's like rebuilt the engine. He converted it from propane back to gasoline by putting some carburetor on it. He has done quite a bit to keep that thing alive. But you know, if you're getting one of these machines, you're better off spending the money and getting like a Takuchi or something, because then the machines yeah, it's like 5 times the price, but then you're actually going to get stuff done. It's well worth the money to just spend extra money. It's cheaper to spend more money. So yeah, 5 years later, just going through old footage, that's the story of why that wheeled skid steer disappeared. I tried to fix it, didn't end up happening. So